Welcome to the Markets Happy Hour podcast, a weekly markets update for investors the world over. Each week we discuss inflation, geopolitics, interest rates, equity markets, and other asset classes. To try to answer the question, what does this mean for my investment portfolio? Let's dive in.
Well, these are the positives. What about negatives? What happened in Block and 40% of people laid off, and then the people who stayed, they gave them raises. So, any viewpoint from your end, from your company?
I think that it is the case that right now this form of almost intellectual automation is definitely, the benefits are accreting to capital and not labor, and you're seeing that as they say, the K-shaped or whatever metaphor you'd like, but it certainly is the case that capital is the winner right now. There are nice philosophical statements you can say about, yes, but now everyone can be one of those, but until that happens, I think it's definitely a labor shock that's waiting to occur. It's already starting to occur, frankly.
I would just add in the recent SaaSpocalypse, as it is being referred to, there's an imbalance because CFOs are contracted with Salesforce. They're contracted with all the providers of B2B SaaS that they've been using for many, many years at this point. They may have been overvalued, but those are contracts in place. Is Anthropic's ability, is Claude's ability to code going to suddenly replace? But they're spending on AI as well. So CFOs are currently spending across the board.
Absolutely.
But how much of it do they need, and what's the ROI? So I think we're at a pivotal point in the high tech.
Well, that's an excellent point. I mean, it's not as if the decision around capital or labor has always been made in an infallible way. I mean, in fact, that's the way where there's been constantly over-hiring, over-firing, boom-bust cycles, always, find them short-staffed, and it's highly inefficient. The amount of value that is destroyed. If AI could be applied to that HR algorithm in terms of, who you're planning out into the future. And I think these are exactly the kind of example of human error, whether it's favoritism, it's anchor bias or recency bias or just whatever it is. But so I think that this is a real issue. This kind of gets to the point of investing in AI because we are at a point where we're also trying to make money out of this, or have our clients make money, or avoid over concentration. And one of the points around with Block was rewarded significantly for those headcount cuts.
Yeah, I wonder if there is any company that is doing forward-looking rating of who is more forward AI company. Is there American, U.S. and financial guys, they love to do ratings, anything, right? This is the country of ratings.
I'm sure it's out there. Another to quote again from the All In podcast, Ray Dalio was on a recent one. He made the point that we know AI, the technology will be massively impactful. What we don't know is which companies will actually benefit from it. There will be winners and losers.
For example, forward-looking.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah. We need to divorce the two. So there will be winners, there will be overspend. Apple has spent virtually nothing on AI. It's going to be using Gemini essentially, that looked like a laggard, and now it looks like a winner because it hasn't got the CapEx. The CapEx is getting concern. So really, really great point. This has been fantastic. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Consider that huge amounts of money are very rarely spent in the optimal fashion, right?